Coming to you from the Big Island of Hawaii, it's the Songs and Stories Podcast. And now, here's your host, Steve Roby.
Aloha, this is Steve Roby. We're backstage at the Kahilu Theatre on Wednesday, May 25th. Our special guest today is Joey Alexander. He's brought his trio. Welcome to the Kahilu Theatre and welcome to the Big Island, Joey.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited to be playing Hawaii for the first time at this Kahilu Theatre.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to this event tonight with amazing musicians. I got John Davis on drums and Chris Farr on the bass.
Nice little trio, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. So what kind of music are you going to play tonight? Are you, stuff from your new album? Or?
Yeah, most originals, which, is on my origin.
Yeah.
And most of the compositions will be premiering the music of origin, some of the songs that I played before, but most of the stuff I'm going to play tonight are from origin.
Great. So the theater has just announced that they're going to allow kids 8 to 18 in with their accompanied adult who bought a ticket. Is there any special message you want to try to reach kids your own age roughly that you hope they take away with the concert after the show? What do you hope they experience?
Well, one word that comes to mind is the feeling of communication. I do feel that young teenagers or even kids can be able to take away the message of unity, learning how to work together.
Yeah.
It's like a community, so definitely music really puts you into that field, in any field, because you do need a community of people to building each other up into something bigger than yourself. And I do hope that's the takeaway. I think I do hope that people will feel that, and empathy, the love of music. Even though you don't have to be a musician, but you do have that appreciation for the art and the artists, like me and other amazing artists.
It's so important during these unusual times that we're living in.
Yes, and I'm thankful to God that I'm here for playing for this event, and of course I'm happy to see young people, kids and their parents learning the music, or maybe those who have not heard jazz. I hope that they will enjoy my music.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's talk about your sixth album, Origin, and how it differs from the other albums that you put out.
Well, I'm pretty, what I can say.
Sure, so, is there like a theme going on, or is there one or two songs that you're really excited about?
Yeah, all I can say is I've been writing in this. Well, even before the pandemic, I've been writing music to the extent of these compositions. I really sit in and put my, heart into this project. I guess every project that I do, I put my heart into it. But this one is very monumental in me showcasing as a composer, and I feel like this is really the one album that I'm really embracing the challenges. Of course, the pandemic, the 2 years of not being able to get out and perform, and embracing, that frustration. And how do you get from that frustration, turning it into something positive and something inspirational. And
does the title have any significance or origin?
Yeah, so in the Latin word, in origin means "olili," which means to rise, and that really caught the attention of the album. That this is really the time to rise and to really speak with music. And I think music really speaks itself. I always believe that. And so it's really the example of this album that came to be Origin. And of course I got some of the world's best musicians on this album, and I've played with them from the last album that I did. with Kendrick Scott, Larry Grenadier, and I put in Chris Potter and Gilad Hexaman into this beautiful collaboration.
And understand tonight you're going to be using a Fender Rhodes for the first time.
Yeah. Oh, I've been playing the Fender Rhodes
Uh-huh.
for some time,
Uh-huh.
and I always been fond of the Rhodes, and it's always, I think it will be something that I will continue
Sure.
to share during my shows.
Ah, nice.
And yeah, it's gotta be really something interesting for me to have Rhodes and piano.
Do you play them both at the same time?
No, I like to hear separately.
Okay.
So that I can get that kind of individuality. I think that really captures the overall sound.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's gotta be fun. And of course, I've got two of the best musicians that I've played with in my trio. So I've got John Davis
Nice.
and Chris on the bass. We've been playing together for some time, and it's been an amazing chemistry that we have.
Sure. That's
So,
important. Yeah.
Yeah. In every group, you do need that chemistry,
Yeah.
and definitely you will get that experience firsthand. To
Yeah.
play in a group, and that's how I got my start into the music, is being able to understand the other musicians, and they understand you, we understand each other. We're like one family when we
Yeah.
do
Well,
and play
I'm
music.
really curious. In other interviews that you've done, you cite your father's record collection as kind of an influence on you to begin playing the piano. Is that right? Do I have that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, my
But-
dad is a musician himself,
Uh-huh.
but not a trained musician.
Sure.
But my dad was always, he had the knowledge of music. Considering my dad didn't have a musical background, but my dad knows a lot about music. And
Was there something in his collection, an album or a artist that you were drawn to that got replayed?
yeah, I mean, some of the artists were not only jazz, they were from other, I'm so, inspirations I draw from anywhere. And so I got to hear a little bit of gospel, a little bit of,
Anybody in particular that you can mention?
yeah, definitely one would be Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin?
Yeah, and then definitely, as long as I can remember, I think I've already listened to Van Halen. Eddie, yeah.
Okay.
And actually, I'm listening to Eddie Van Halen today.
Okay.
I got to know his music better now.
Really?
And I've
Okay.
become more of his fan.
That was going to be one of my questions too. Who do you listen to in your downtime? So you listen to Van Halen? Do you listen to some of the contemporary jazz people, or do you go back into some of the old days of jazz?
It's both.
Both, everything.
Yeah, like trumpet players, of course.
Yeah, Miles Davis. Of course.
Miles, and you got Clifford Brown, who's really a tremendous and truly influential trumpet player. People don't
Yeah.
realize that. And of course, probably today, like Wynton Marsalis, and of course there are many more.
Sure, like Coltrane, I'm sure. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, even today's contemporary musicians, they are great, musicians as well.
Yeah.
That I've enjoyed and really inspired by. But yeah, I guess music was in the house, and later when I got my interest in music, my dad started bringing me, or my parents started bringing me to shows.
Concerts, huh?
Yeah. I mean, they were basically not concerts. They would be like a bar, kind of
Oh, okay. Intimate setting.
intimate setting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they play jazz. They played,
Oh, nice.
the music of. Actually, yeah, they would play, ranging from Ellington, and then to Coltrane, and then.
Wow, that's quite a example to be exposed to.
Oh, Yeah, they would do. Definitely Ellington was kind of my first entry, and then, I guess they played, and sometimes, they would do some, of course, some pop songs.
Sure.
Yeah, like Michael Jackson, they would play that too.
Yeah, a little bit of everything, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you think your inspiration comes from when you're composing? Once in an interview, you say you channel the groove. Where does that come from?
Oh, well, I do believe that, yes, I always try to channel the groove, whatever that groove, is going. But yeah, I guess I do draw my inspiration when I'm composing from anywhere, from nature, from the places that I've been. Or of course, like I was in Bali for 5 months, and it was truly a time for me to kind of retreat and settle back and really rethink of all the things that I've done and the moments that I have, sometimes I take it for granted.
Oh yeah, well, we all do, yeah.
And then, how do we strive to be better in this time of the pandemic and people really having some, mental breakdown. I guess everybody is.
It's tough. It's tough.
And I guess music does help.
Oh, it's great therapy.
Yeah, and of course, I always try to, I pray to God for the best that is to come, and this is definitely my musical offering with Origin. I do hope it is of this, really, it's truly uncertain times, but with music, I guess it really helps you to put some things at ease.
Of course, yeah. Well, looking forward, are there any collaborations that you'd like to do in the future with other musicians?
Oh, wow. I mean, I'm loving every moment that I've had, especially on this album. So nothing more that I can ask for.
Yeah.
And actually, the musicians that I've played with, they are my collaborations. And, for instance, tonight I got John and Chris. This really is a beautiful band. And we do have that, I feel like, the sound that I do need, my trio. And so I'm happy to bring this music, Origin, with this amazing musicians. And I think they inspire me.
Sure.
And, is truly, is that action and reaction. I feel like.
Yeah. The chemistry.
Yeah, be part of the action, because, and also being willing to react from whatever I give them and whatever they give me. So that's really the best thing about music.
Yeah. What do your plans look like for the rest of the year? Are you going to go back into the studio? Are you going to continue to tour?
Oh, I'm going to continue to tour.
Yeah.
Since the album is out. And it's going to take time for me to head back to the studio. But definitely that time will come. But, for now, I'm happy that the album is out for people to enjoy.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to be performing the music here in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be, not only here, I'm going to perform in different places in Hawaii.
Yeah, you're headed over to Blue Note on Oahu, the jazz club over there.
Yeah, I'm doing also Maui.
You're doing Maui?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Oh, wow, nice.
So I'm very much looking forward to that.
Well, I hope you have some downtime to get to explore some of the beauty and the scenery here, yeah?
Oh, we do.
Yeah,
we do. Yeah. But, again, I'm just so grateful to bring this music and more opportunities, I hope, will be open to share the music and,
Well, Joey Alexander, thank you so much for your time. And I hope you have a great show tonight at the Kahilu Theatre. Aloha.
Aloha to you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Songs and Stories podcast. Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. We'll see you next week on Songs and Stories. Aloha.